Hey, Shawn Ziem, the Connection Machine, aka the Insurance Doctor, and the host for the podcast for Webtalk Legends. Guys, this is number 60. We started this last year, and it's all about providing you their story. All the guests that come on share their story, talk about the trials and tribulations, things that happened to them. And we talk about business, we talk about life, we talk about whatever their favorite cooking, if they're into cooking, any extra personal development, things like that. But before I bring on my guest, a couple housekeeping. I want to make sure if you're tuning in, make sure you drop a comment. We love comments. Drop a comment, at least hashtag live, or if you're on the replay, hashtag replay, and where you're watching from. And if you have emojis that you like, drop them every once in a while. If you agree, if you disagree, if you have questions, drop them in the comments. And I want to remind you, take a look at the description after this conversation, because I know you can utilize the guest information and you can connect with them, etc. So let me bring on a friend of mine, Jennifer Korneski. How are you?
I'm good, Shawn. How are you?
Doing excellent. I'm going to just change this over here so we're all official. And I appreciate you taking some time out of your day and spending some time with us. And we're going to make sure that people get to know you and also learn about things that have happened to you in your past.
Sounds good.
So before we get into it, can you give us an introduction of who you are, Jennifer, and what you do?
Well, I'm Jen Korneski. I am a mom, a wife, and a health educator. Health and wellness has been my passion my whole entire life. I've known since high school that's what I want to do. So I'm blessed to 20 plus years later being in the field.
Health educator, a mom. That's something. Being a mom, being a parent, that is the tip of the iceberg as far as a job, right? It's something that you don't ever have a sick day, ever.
No, right.
You have to be on because they're always watching you. People don't realize, and I have 4 kids, and I had all 4 of them this past couple of days. It's because I have one that goes home with her mother, but having 4, and people are like, "How do you do it?" How many kids do you have, Jennifer?
I have 2, and they're older than yours. I know you just have the little baby.
Mm-hmm.
Mine are in middle school. I have an 8th grader and a 6th grader.
And it's a different space, different time. It's more they know what they want to do, and
They know what they want to do.
Yeah, they kind of they have some ideas that they want to try, and you're going to give them experiences, and then they see if they like it, and they move on from there, or they continue doing whatever that's what they're interested in, right?
Right. No, it's a fun age now because they're older and they are more self-sufficient, and it's just it's a different time.
It's not easier, but it is getting somewhat. It's different. It's
different aspects. Yes, right. I'm like the taxi cab driver now, constantly. Take me to the mall. Take me here. Oh my God.
Right. It's like you gotta schedule your day. Yeah, you're an Uber driver now, right?
Yes.
But you're not getting paid. You're actually paying sometimes. Oh, Mom, I need, or Dad, I need money. I need this. I need that.
I forgot my sneakers. Turn around wherever you are and come bring them to me.
That happens a lot too. It's that generation, the middle of the road, they're trying to figure themselves out. I'm at I have a beginning. I have a 4-year-old that thinks they are like 13, and I have a 16-year-old who for the first time, she's driving. She's on a permit, and
that's a whole other thing.
that was crazy to have the ability to have her drive me to go get some. We actually got pizza the other night for the family, so I said, "You're going to drive," and it was pretty nerve-wracking for me, but it was fun to see her develop and now be able to do that and have I had the trust. I couldn't believe it. It was a lot of fun though.
Right. A lot of your own qualities really have to come out, when you're parenting. So.
Yeah, I mean, we have people that are all over the world watching this. By the way, now we have Charlene just popped in. She's in Northwest Florida, and we have people from all over Australia, people from UK, Puerto Rico pop in every once in a while. So this is an opportunity to, if people are watching, don't forget hashtag live. If you're on the live, hashtag replay on the replay. And if you have questions, if you have agreements to what we're talking about, definitely don't forget, drop a couple comments. It helps us with the algorithm on YouTube, because that's the power of YouTube. I try to shy away from the other ones because there is more a controlled algorithm. That's why on YouTube you can do a little bit more, I think, with video especially. Now, health educator. This is going to be something that I want to go really into this too, because it's an important thing. Because it's not just talking about exercise, not talking about, your food and nutrition. You talk about different things in products that are in your home. You talk, but besides what I just said, and it's also mindset and mental health is a whole thing that we're involved in this health space. So I'd love for you to share some of the things that you're liking and some tips and etc. We're going to go down that path.
Oh gosh, I could talk forever about wellness. But I'm a huge believer and an advocate for that total health. People in the health field probably heard of the dimensions of wellness. And my experience in as being a health educator, it started in corporate health and fitness. Then it evolved into teaching health and PE in high school, and that's where I taught a lot about the dimensions of health. And it's so funny that the first thing that you said was exercise and nutrition, and that's what everybody, when you say health or wellness, that's what they think of automatically. It's like we're just
programmed.
Yeah. And I would always ask my students, and they would always say, exercise, sleep, drink water, eat healthy, and all those other areas like mental health and social health, environmental health, that wasn't even on their radar that had to do with health. And now where I am in a community setting, again, it's something that I talk a lot about with, particularly now with adults, but it so applies to everybody in every aspect, because they all blend together. Whatever, if you're having a crisis, a mental health issue, stress in your life, that's gonna affect how you physically feel. If you're not getting sleep, that's going to affect your productivity, and it might affect your social health and your energy. So it all blends together.
I agree. I mean, what you're put into your body is important. I'm drinking a gallon of water every day plus.
My drink too.
I like to drink, some wine. I have a beer every once in a while. I'm not completely like I have to just drink water. But the exercise for me, besides making you feel good, it's also a stress reliever that I use, because it's something that I'm go. I'm with the kids, and then I like having that opportunity that clears my mind, right?
Yeah. No, and too, when I talk wellness, I mean, sometimes the conversations I'll have, it's purely, educating and helping people be more aware, making decisions, or, they're confused about vitamins or this or that. And other times it's professionally, where, people might think they're healthy, or they know this information and they don't need to hear it again. But from a professional standpoint, if you don't eat right and you lack energy and you're not sleeping or you're sick a lot, your professional job is going to be affected. So, and no matter what field that you're in, wherever you are in life, your health is number one, because you can't do anything else if you're not healthy, if you're not focused, so.
Yeah, I always say health is your wealth, right? It'll create the opportunities to give you more energy so that you can perform better at your job, your sales, whatever your marketing, entrepreneurship, whatever people are involved in, or 9 to 5. But you have more opportunities because you have you're more positive.
Right.
Which, if you're more positive, and now it's the passion comes through in your conversation, and people want to do business with people that they like, not angry because you just fill your body with garbage all day. Like, that's not something you should be doing. But people don't realize it because they're not taught, they're not educated, they're missing that piece. But you could also just talk to somebody like Jennifer and you learn more. But that's an open mindset to listen and learn.
Right. Yeah, that's a great point, because you could just read all you want, go to workshops, absorb all that information, but if you're not open to hearing it and applying it, that's the key. Yeah.
Application, taking action, all important things. Implementing what you're learning is something that's what a lot of missing pieces. That's what people never start. They never have a day one. They always, oh, I'll get to it
Right.
tomorrow. I'll wait. It's Wednesday here in America, in the United States where it's Wednesday. But people will wait until Monday to
Right.
start their new product, their new program instead of starting tomorrow, Thursday, which that's what they should be doing. But no, I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna go through the weekend and then I'm gonna just keep I'm gonna focus on Monday. But Monday comes, it's not a great day. You wake up, it's not something you want to do, and now it doesn't happen. And now Tuesday comes. And
Right.
it's a cycle people get into, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's just the take action, no matter when it is. Just do it. I think people tend to overthink so much. They overthink how is it going to happen? I'll wait for that fresh start, that fresh month, like you said, the procrastination. And the other part I think that's so important is support or accountability in whatever health goals that you have, whether it's weight loss, whether it's exercise, diet, meal planning, regular walks, mental, because I think that's so important even in the morning, just to kind of meditate or just take that time to start your day. But having a partner, a support group, accountability group that you're going to do it with, that's so much more productive than doing it on your own.
Charlene's saying just do it, put yourself out there. If you have to have a group, an accountability group, that's a good place to start. You have a place to have a check-in, but it's also, having that motivation, but then it becomes a discipline and now becomes a habit. And now you have something, you're changing your lifestyle. But people don't want to get to that day one. They always, all the excuses in the world. I like the word consistency. How important is that word to you in somebody's health?
It's so important because you probably see this too, being in the health and wellness field, just that roller coaster. And even if we just use weight for example, there a quick diet, a fad diet, that's like the 4-letter word that I hate is the word diet, because people do want to see immediate results in whatever that they're doing, and it's not a consistent habit, it's not that lifestyle, and when it stops, then usually the weight comes back on, or those old habits come back, and then emotionally you get frustrated, and it is this up and down emotional roller coaster, and not achieving those lasting goals. So it's just a lifestyle. And I encourage people to with that lifestyle, that everything in moderation, nothing is extreme, nothing is forbidden. If you want to have something, or you don't do something that particular day because you wanted to do, it's okay. Let yourself have some grace. Nothing is perfect, nothing's 100%. You can't follow anything always 100%.
I'm sharing with a lot of my clients and coaches that I work with, have dessert. Yeah. Don't, push off and make it, so restrictive. Have dessert, but make sure you're doing some things throughout your day. You're drinking your water, you're getting your exercise in, you're eating moderate, like you said. That's a key thing. And I liked what you said earlier about meditation. Is that something you've done? Is that part of your daily habits in the beginning of your day? You start with meditation. Can you talk to us about that?
Yes. Well, it's not so much meditation, because I sometimes find that hard to do, just to sit and really focus. But taking that quiet time in the morning is part of my morning routine. Sometimes my husband's like, "Why do you get up so early?" Because I like that just by myself in the morning, so I can do a little gratitude. When we talk about that dimensions of health, spiritual health is a component, and I like this. There's a YouVersion Bible app, and it's just a verse of the day. It's literally 3 or 4 minutes. So I listen to that, kind of think about what I'm grateful for in my life. Do some affirmations, and just kind of start my day like that. Just in that positive mindset of what do I want to accomplish, what do I want to achieve that day, just being in that right mindset.
What was that app? It was You,
It's like YOU version Bible app, and they have like little you can pick like a plan, and then so every day, somebody talks just for like a minute, and there's a little verse. And what I find, it's just applicable to you can just apply it to your life, whatever religion that you follow.
right.
But it's more of that spiritual connection.
So you're taking some written word, you're taking some kind of passage, and then you're reflecting on it, and you're getting some true meaning from it because it's you taking this information and then really thinking about it. That's what you're supposed to be doing, and you're doing it early in the morning so that it starts your day off in the right mindset, which is something that a lot of people that are watching. Is that something that you do? Do you start off your day? Do you do some meditations, affirmations? Do you have a gratitude, program that you set up in your day? I would love to hear about it. Drop it a comment. We want to know what others are doing as well, because in Webtalk Legends, we have a whole meditation with affirmations. There's things you can listen to that I like manifestations, right? I think that can happen. And it does happen because you're putting things into the universe.
The vibration.
And can you talk about that? I think it works. I think it
Oh,
definitely works.
absolutely. Yes. Yeah, because I love, I do follow, like the teachings of Bob Proctor and The Secret. And I just think it's so true, so I do recommend it. If anyone's never seen it, to watch the movie of it, or, or read the book. Yeah, it's so true. And if you think about that just in your life, sometimes what you're thinking about, whether it's positive or negative, sometimes it happens. And it's like, is that just a coincidence, or did that vibration of you thinking about it, put it out there? So a lot of times in the morning, part of my affirmations, I will say, that someone's going to come into my path today that I am meant to connect with, and it's in the weirdest places. Actually, today I was on my way home and I had to stop to return shoes for my son at the mall, and I ran into the shoe store, and I was just tired from working. I just really wasn't in a mood. But I went in there, and the girls, the cash register managers, they were talking, and I just started to talk to them, and it just led to this really great conversation. And I got her name and her number. We're going to have a conversation. Like, sometimes you just, maybe that was the person that I was meant to talk to today, So like you said before, take action. Sometimes when you have that thought in your head, you have to act on it, because our intuition is very strong, and thoughts may come and they may go. We have to be observant to have that thought and then take action on that thought.
And having the ability to make a conversation with somebody, a complete stranger, but then you connect with them because you're not just sitting there selling whatever you're selling. You're actually listening to them. And then you wanted to learn more about them. So you said, hey, can I get your phone number or your email so we can continue this conversation to build a relationship?
Exactly. Yeah. So you never know where you're going to meet somebody, so.
But you also, like you said, you're manifesting, but you were listening. You had an open mind. Your ears were open. You heard something that, was like a trigger, and now this is your time to act. And you didn't think twice about it, and you made it happen. And then, what are some things that I talk to people that are guests, and they have a business, they have a side hustle, they're an entrepreneur. Is there anything you want to share about your side hustle that the people that are watching, and it's something that you maybe can help people in other parts of the world too?
Well, that's why I do it. Basically it's part of who I am. My full-time job is a community health educator for Somerset County. But for 9 years, I've been sharing just through conversation. I don't sell products or anything, just through a sharing of a healthy shop club, a healthy,
like a platform, right?
Yes, an alternative brand that people can buy things for themselves that they're using every day. It's just like switching stores, but it's the education. And that's why I was so grateful for it. And I want to pay it forward, because as a health educator, that environmental, dimension
Yes.
of wellness, I honestly did not pay attention to that. And in all my years and all my education, I have a master's in public health. It was more those other components, and I didn't really focus on the environment. And that opened my eyes, especially as a mom. I didn't want to bring those chemicals, into the home. And last time we talked, my dog popped in and joined our conversation for pets, and when you think about the environment, but next week is Earth Day, right? April 22nd. So it's just to be mindful. So that's what I do. I just, have conversations with people and inform them, and they appreciate it just like I did. And that's what it's all about, is just, helping other people.
And you also, I saw, I guess a couple of days ago, you did something about with sneakers that people are now refurbishing or giving away or
Oh,
giving
that's my other hat. Like, I have like so many
all
hats
kinds of
aside
things.
from all my
Yeah.
jobs. I'm involved in school, in the schools, with my children, and we have an 8th grade dance committee. We're planning a dance for the 8th graders, so we're doing a ton of fundraising. So one of these fundraisers, and I recommend everybody check it out if you're looking for kind of just a passive fundraiser. It's called Got Sneakers, and you just collect the sneakers, mail them back in the bag that they provide, and they give you a check every month for the sneakers that you send in, depending on the quality and the quantity. So we just took cardboard boxes and decorated them with the flyers, and we have them in all the schools. And people are, they clean, they're spring cleaning, they're getting rid of their sneakers, they throw it in the box, we ship it back. And it's been, just a just no effort kind of fundraiser.
Right.
So,
And you're helping the environment, you're helping the schools. There's now camaraderie, there's a teamwork aspect to it.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing to focus on. And it's, I applaud you. You like you said, you wear different hats, but you're also very organized. What are some tools that you're or are you not so organized?
No, I have to be, because I do, and I have to write things down. So like a tip, if you are wearing multiple hats and you're just anybody sometimes struggling with that work-life balance, for me, I just have this like little notebook, like just a notebook like this. And I like to try to do it on a Sunday to plan for my week, and every day I just, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, what, if I can put a time to it, I do. And I'm more productive when I do put a time to it. I like sticking in that time frame. But it's kind of just like a to-do list. And I glance at that, and if I have to call somebody, if I had to, print something out, whether it was for PTA, whether it was for my business, that's what I know I need to do for that day. That keeps me on task, because I don't use my phone for that much, except for talking and texting. I like paper. I still have my planner, so.
Paper is good. I like technology. I like, the Google Calendar in your phone or on your laptop, but you're also, I like like you said, I don't have it with me right here, but I have my black book with the calendar, and I have my time slots, and I like to see it. And then you're able to check things off, and it's accomplishing your goals. You're accomplishing.
It can feel good, because when you have so much to do, that can be overwhelming. And when you're crossing things off, you're like, wow, that was productive today. I did a good job.
Otherwise, you can't see it. That's what I always say. I want to say hi to Scott Gerard, just popped in. He's from Australia. He's the CEO, or was the CEO of the Webtalk Legends, and then I took over. So I appreciate him popping in. But yeah, it's something that allows you to, see things. And when you see things, it gets you. And for me, it's a competition. Now I want to do more. I want to either put more things onto my plate or take things off. So if you're seeing things happening in your calendar, it makes me feel good as well.
Yeah. And just, that's a whole nother topic, is the work-life balance, but just, emphasizing that it's okay to delegate, and it's okay to say no sometimes. Like, I guess that's me always wanting to help and contribute where I can. But sometimes if all those hats are just, I'm juggling all those plates at one time, you gotta sometimes say no, or you gotta delegate. That's important too, in that balance.
Let's talk about, since you have all these hats and you're juggling and you're coordinating and organized, what about taking time for you? And when's the last time? I know COVID, we're just getting through COVID and everything else, but a vacation that you went on a vacation, you with you, your husband, your family, and just what does that look like?
Well, we were lucky. Last year, we actually had two nice vacations. The one was a crazy Disney one, but the one that was just really relaxing was in November, Teacher Week. We took a few days and went to Arizona. And we had never been out there. The kids were like, yeah, let's go there to see the Grand Canyon. And it was just so beautiful. It's like when you get off the plane in Phoenix, there's just literally palm trees, not cactuses everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
And it was just such an awesome experience just to see the Grand Canyon and just to have that time together. Because like I said, my kids are in middle school. They're want to be with their friends. They're always on their phone. So it was like that really quality family time. So that was nice.
You, like you said, you had an experience with them. A lot of people today are all about objects. They're high maintenance. So they need to see toys. They need to see materialistic things. But I found I want to do experiences with my kids because they're going to remember those forever. You can have all these toys and Barbies and stuffies, and that's great. But it's also an overwhelming thing for kids. They don't really care about that in reality. But if they're doing something and dad and mom are in the moment with them, that's powerful.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was happy that we could do that last year. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, but I
Charlene
try
said,
to take time for myself. It is hard, even sometimes if it's a short walk just by myself, and I'll listen to a podcast or just sneak off and get a manicure or something. That's good.
definitely need time for yourself. And Charlene, she says, I love Arizona. I used to live in Phoenix.
Oh,
She's
so
in
beautiful.
Florida now. So it seems like Charlene loves the heat. And in New Jersey, it's like freaking Florida and California. It was like 91 today. I
It
took
was.
the family and
Yeah.
went down to the beach today. We were down at
Oh,
Point
beautiful.
Pleasant, went to Seaside, where it was hot, but it was nice in the shade. But it's something that we were in the moment. We enjoyed each other. We had the time, so we took it. And it's something that you have to cherish because the kids grow up, and I know, they go, it's time flies. And they're going to go and get older. It gets, get away from, I don't want to be around mom and dad. So you want to take that time to really hone in and build those connections with them. And when they get older, and they make a decision to be with you, not just they have to be with you. And it's something that a lot of people, I see it there. Oh, I want to make all this money. I'm like, does it really matter, the money? It's the time that you have with your kids and your family that you should really be focused on.
Right. So that, yes, that balance and having that be the priority is so important because, money makes life easy, but it doesn't replace that quality time for sure.
Yeah, I mean, everyone says, "Oh, I need the more money," but the more money you have, the more problems you're going to have as well. But if you don't know how to use the financial education in the U.S. is, I think, non-existent. No, not many people learn what they're supposed to do as far as build their credit up, how to make money proper, how to make money for you. So that's a whole other avenue for your health.
And that absolutely is another component, and that's on like the wheels kind of expanded. So when I do presentations, that definitely is a component because people, like you said, are not educated about finances. Where I work full time, I work with a 4-H, and we just had he was a junior in high school. He came to us and said, "Can I start a finance club?" And so he's with his parents. He's the leader, and his club is filled. There's like 15 kids in there, and they're talking about finance. And I think that's just so awesome to do that at that young age and inspire kids.
Yeah, because they're going to have to do some things when they get older, and if they know it now,
Yeah.
and that's why I try to put money away for my kids, and they start learning when they get a little older. They'll be depositing money physically. They could do the electronic thing too. Oh, look, we could wire money right into your account, but them seeing the money and how it works is a powerful
My
thing.
son got his first job. He's a certified umpire now. So he's like, that'll be my money. I can, he's just like so excited to have this job umpiring.
Oh yeah, then the bills start coming in, and
Yeah.
that's something
Yeah.
that happens, and it's a full circle thing. Then that's what with mental health. If people really focused on, having less debt,
Yes.
and that will allow them to be a little bit less stress, they're going to have better mental health, and we're going to have a better person overall. But people just have we don't talk about it enough.
No,
And
that's something and I've learned sometimes that it's like not a taboo to talk about financial health, because more than you realize, people are searching for solutions. They're looking for other jobs. They're looking for ways to make extra income. And there are a lot of different opportunities where people that can use their own skills and talents, whether it's, baking cookies or tutoring or whatever side hustles are. But side hustle, sometimes people view that in different ways, but it's a necessity now, especially with our economy. And people should talk about it more, and let them know, of the different opportunities that are out there, because sometimes someone might hear something and say, well, I just cannot have the time to get a second job, but I can do something from home, tell me more, or
I want to end on that, because side hustle, and those that are watching, if you have a side hustle, drop it in the comments. We would love to see we'll keep the conversation going on the comments. But the side hustles, there's always enough time to figure something out, to pay for something, or start a little side business that you can make a little money, maybe a car payment in the beginning, and then it can turn into a full-time. That's a huge opportunity to help you, your family, your legacy. So Jennifer, I appreciate you coming on today. And for those that are watching us, if you're just tuning in now, you're going to have to wait for this to upload so you can get the beginning. Lots of value. We talked a lot about health and then how important that is, because it's something that not many people are doing. And we want to make sure people are educated on that topic. And a lot of great value. So I appreciate you coming on tonight, Jennifer.
Oh, happy to be here, Shawn. Thanks.
And
everyone, hope to connect with people that are watching on here. Just conversations are just fun to have, to get to know people.
Which reminds me, in the description, you're going to find a couple locations you can find her. You can see it on the bottom. Check and connect with her on Webtalk so that we can continue growing our networks. It's a great opportunity to have a conversation there. You can have the messenger just like all the other platforms, and just have conversations, because I know we all can grow together. So thanks again, Jennifer. Guys, they're just tuning in. Again, wait until this uploads. Those that have been with us, please, please, please share this live so we can help even more people by all the connections that we can grow together. Thanks again. Have yourself an awesome rest of your day.